Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday, the 25th of May. So, looking at the euro dollar first, and yesterday, well, we ended up with a positive day. We've mainly based on weak US data coming from the Fed minutes. So, what's happened there? It's, as I say, ended up bullish. The outlook there really may continue through on that basis. Now, the what we basically saw was a bounce off that 34, 4-hourly 34. I did have a couple of attempts of breaking that level, but eventually it's pushed back up. It looks like it may push for the double top, maybe even run on further. But at the moment, there is a possibility we could run down towards the daily pivots below us at what is that around about the 112 area. Do so, it really needs to well, break below that hourly 8, but see how we run. It's already hit the R1 there. Takes a lot of probability out of the downside as well in terms of what we've done here, but there is, as I say, possibility we could run onto those prior highs from 2 days ago. Okay, so euros not clearest of markets for me at the moment. The pound, well, the pound's been in a pretty chop zone intraday. It's yesterday picked up a little bit in the end, ended up with this sort of little perhaps reversal candle sitting there a little doji. Got the potential to push back towards the highs. You can see when you run down to this 4-hourly chart how bitty it really is. It's literally spitting traders out left, right, and centre, I would imagine, at the moment with some of this price action. It's very short term in one direction, then flicks the other direction, and well, it's quite a mess to try and actually do too much from this is quite difficult at the moment. Again, we've got the untouched daily pivot below us, which has a probability of being hit. Maybe if it runs, well, again, breaks the 8 moving average, it'll run maybe back down towards that. It's got plenty of support below it, so it makes it a difficult journey. To the upside, well, we've been constantly seeing these spiky moves. It doesn't seem to be holding on to the upside, but in a sense, we're seeing lower highs coming in and lower lows coming through in the main. So it's erring to the downside. Maybe this morning we'll see this move back to the pivot, but how long it holds for that, we'll see. There is news out on the that may affect the pound today. It's unlikely to do too much from experience. It's the second estimate of GDP. Now these figures generally come in pretty much, the second estimates come in pretty much the same as the first, so don't expect any great changes on that, and hence little volatility around it, but there's a possibility. Okay, let's look at the dollar yen. So dollar yen, maybe a clearer picture of some of these at the moment. It's put in that shooting star back into the 8 and 21 cross. If it starts selling off below yesterday's lows, well, could continue in that sort of move. It's sort of a bit of a bear flag at the moment. What we're looking at there. The only thing is, when you look at it down the time frames of this little 4-hour time frame, is quite bitty. It's been bitty for the best part of this week, with one exception of one 4-hour move, but after that it's been quite bitty and difficult to really take much from. Now here, what I'd be looking at is a simple, if it starts breaking down these lows here, I'd be looking for probably the S1, maybe a little bit more, but you've got that support area from these prior highs here, so if it does start breaking to the downside, that's what I'd be looking for as a target. But upside, well, if it breaks above the daily pivot, it could be on for, well, the R1, yesterday's highs even. it looks good. If it breaks to the bottom, if it starts breaking to the top, it could be. I think it would just end up with a bitty market again. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar over the last few days or weeks, it's a couple of weeks, it's been gradually edging back upwards, but again with lots of intraday spikes and moves. Not a clean market at all. Lots of choppiness each week. I mean, last week was complete chop. We've had a slightly marginally clearer week this week, but it's still uncertainty sort of sitting there. Got an untouched daily pivot today. Just looking through here, there was divergence into the absolute highs. It's now put a lower high in the shorter time frame. So daily pivot looks like a distinct possibility. Beyond that, well, it's been holding up in the bigger picture with the higher lows, higher highs. In this one, it doesn't look quite so clear, but as I say, it's been a very choppy market, so I would probably steer clear. Canadian dollar, probably the clearest of all by looks of things at the moment. Like the yen, it's quite a clear price action. What we're seeing here, or clearer price action. Strengthened on the price of oil. OPEC meeting today, so that could affect it. Let's just have a quick look at oil price. Oil sitting there solid at 52 at the moment. That's I would imagine from what we've seen suggestions that the OPEC and non-OPEC members will keep production as is, but we'll see what comes out of OPEC today. That has quite a strong effect on the Canadian dollar, so just watch this. There's little in the way of guidance there. Okay, so any rallies, we've got the chance of pull back to the daily pivot, but it has been sold off quite a bit. Bearing in mind, as I say, the strength of oil. Okay, so well, again, maybe post 8 o'clock, if it's above the 8, it could come back to the daily pivots. That suggests some Canadian dollar weakness, but short term, it's a possibility. It may give an opportunity at that pivot to sell into. Right, I do not have anything more there. News-wise, as I've said, the key news then, just to confirm, is second estimate GDP for the UK at 9:30. Don't expect much in the way of volatility on that one. There's OPEC meetings running through the day. Again, I think there's a wide expectation that the quota cuts will continue. And that's pretty much it. Weekly US unemployment claims don't really give much volatility these days. We have got a Fed speaker at 3 o'clock. Now, just checking now, due to to participate in a panel discussion, so they generally don't create too much. So there we go. Have a great day. Bye for now.